Hello everybody, welcome back to more political chatter. We're doing another 2024 election prediction. This one we have another third party candidate, and this time is Tulsi Gabbard. I did Andrew Yang recently, check out that video. But this time it is Tulsi Gabbard, and of course she is running against former President Donald Trump from the Republican Party and incumbent President Joe Biden of the Democratic Party. Both of these are very unpopular candidates, and almost half of Americans are fearing that the 2024 matchup will be Trump versus Biden. Me being one of them. A lot of people are really just unhappy with the political system. And Tulsi Gabbard, like Andrew Yang, will kind of shake things up and give people a chance. Now, does she have a shot at winning? That is more of a debatable kind of claim. I don't think that she would win this election just because people are less willing to vote for the other side. However, many Republicans do like Tulsi Gabbard more than the others. Like, they really are fine with, many of them are, if they could pick one Democrat to be president, it would be Tulsi Gabbard. That's for many people, along with Andrew Yang. I really could see a Gabbard-Yang ticket in 2024 or a Yang-Gabbard ticket, really, from the Forward Party. So, let's get right into it. Biden wouldn't have trouble carrying states like California and Washington. Tulsi Gabbard will not do well here. D.C., Maryland, his home state of Delaware, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine's first won't change. And then states like Rhode Island would be solid, but then districts in states like Maine at large, Connecticut, New Jersey, and Oregon would be likely. We'll get to Hawaii because that will be very much a toss-up state. But these were all states. These likely states. These were all states that did go by likely margin to Hillary Clinton in 2016. And these are states where I really do see Tulsi Gabbard winning a good amount of votes, a good chunk of votes, enough to make the state likely for the president. I don't think she has a shot here, but I do think that she would make it likely. Utah, Wyoming, Idaho. I really do think that Tulsi Gabbard would do very well in the state of Montana, taking a lot of Republicans from Trump. But in reality, she will more so split the Democratic vote, and that will make Montana solid for Donald Trump. Kansas will flip back into the solid column. Oklahoma will stay solid. Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri. Nebraska at large. Nebraska's first will flip back solid, and Nebraska's third will stay solid. Mississippi and Alabama, Tennessee and Kentucky, and West Virginia, these will be the solid states for former President Donald Trump. And then states like Alaska, Indiana, I think would become likely because I do think that Tulsi Gabbard would win a good amount of votes here, taking a lot of votes from both Biden and Trump. I don't even think she will come in second, but saying that it only went to Trump by 16.1%, and saying that Trump's running mate, Mike Pence, was from the state of Indiana and brought many votes to Donald Trump, I do think that it would be enough to lower Trump's victory by 1.1%, enough to make this state below 15% margins to make it a likely state. I really do see, we'll get to Maine second, that will be very much a toss-up again. I forgot to include Illinois. Honestly, this will be likely, saying that it only went to Biden by 17 points in 2020. And when you think about it, Tulsi Gabbard will win more than 2% in a state like Illinois, a state with a lot of cities. So I do think that Illinois would just narrowly be likely, especially saying that Biden is extremely unpopular. The majority of Americans do not approve of the job he's doing. Tulsi Gabbard, I don't see really doing well in the South. I gotta be honest. I really don't see states like South Carolina who are really affecting the vote. I don't really see her affecting the vote in Texas. And that gives Trump 38 electoral more votes. I'm sorry I did the 2020 map. I just realized that. I should have done the 2024 map, but the site I use just auto-generates to 2020, so I'm sorry about that. Don't go say in the comments, please, that I did the wrong map. I'm sorry. But, Florida, it's going to Donald Trump. I'm debating whether likely or lean, but at this point, I really do see it likely. With the addition of Tulsi Gabbard, who will take more votes away from Biden than Trump, we do have to remember that even though she is moderate to conservative, she will take more votes away from Biden because she is a U.S. representative from the state of Hawaii who represents the Democratic Party, and she ran in the 2020 Democratic primaries. I guess I should have said that earlier. But Florida, I do think Tulsi Gabbard would have enough impact. She's not going to do that well in the South, but I think in the state of Florida, which, isn't exactly like any other state in the United States, I do think that she would have enough of an effect to make it likely for Donald Trump. Georgia will flip back into the lean column for the Republican Party, and North Carolina will stay in the lean column for the Republican Party. I don't think we're going to see any shift here. Going up to Virginia, they're very a Democratic establishment state, and I really see them kind of being mad at Tulsi Gabbard for betraying the Democratic Party. I don't see Tulsi Gabbard getting a lot of votes in the state of Virginia, but with Biden's unpopularity, I do think that it would be enough to make it lean for Biden. I really think it could be tilt, and I think it's almost going to be tilt, but I do think Virginia would be lean. Now, I went in Ohio, especially the state of Ohio. I really see Tulsi Gabbard doing well here, winning people from both sides. She will do well in the suburban area. She will do well among suburban moms, and as we know, she will only take more votes away from Biden than Trump. So that means Ohio and Iowa would become likely states for the president. Stay likely states for the president. I really see her doing very well in Nebraska's 2nd district, but she has a third-party candidate. It won't be enough. I think Trump will win it by a likely margin, because you really need a moderate to win Nebraska's 2nd district, and Tulsi Gabbard is very much a moderate, someone who would meet in the middle from both sides. Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado, 4 states that I really see Tulsi Gabbard doing well in. Arizona, with Biden's unpopularity, Arizona could flip likely. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make it lean for Trump. Again, Tulsi Gabbard will do well here. Nevada will be lean for Trump. And New Mexico, I think, this is really hard to say. I think I'm going to give New Mexico to Donald Trump, even though it did go to Biden by 10.8%. I really see Tulsi Gabbard winning upwards of 18% in the states of New Mexico and Colorado, and that really can shift the vote to Trump. I'm going to give New Mexico, because we do have to remember that Biden did do better in the state of Colorado than in New Mexico in 2020. So I'm going to give New Mexico to Donald Trump by a tilt margin, but I will give Biden the state of Colorado by a lean margin. I'm sorry if I said I'm going to give Colorado to Trump by a tilt margin. I meant to say New Mexico. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. So Trump is at 270. He has won this election. Moving on to the state of Minnesota, I think Tulsi Gabbard will do pretty well here. And ultimately, saying that it went to Biden by 7.1% only, I think that she would win more than 7% here. I think she would win 11 or 12% here. She is a major candidate. You know, she's a U.S. representative. She's a major politician. So I do think that the state of Minnesota would flip to Trump. I think it's going to be very narrow. I think that state of Minnesota will go tilt Trump. With Gabbard in the race, taking votes from Biden, I don't think we're going to see much of a contest in the blue wall. Most of you will agree with me. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, I see all 3 going lean for Trump. I really do. Biden is just so unpopular, and really, Tulsi Gabbard will win a lot of votes here. Going up to New Hampshire, this will definitely be a Trump state, and here's my reasoning. It's going to be a lean margin here. Here's my reasoning. Tulsi Gabbard, this is a generally conservative state, and this is where Tulsi Gabbard will really do well. I honestly could see Tulsi Gabbard almost beating Joe Biden in the state of New Hampshire. She would really take a lot of votes away from the Democratic Party, because all these Democrats and most Republicans in the state are very, very moderate, and they're going to align with Gabbard because they are not fond with Joe Biden right now. Tulsi Gabbard would do extremely well, resulting in a Trump victory. Maine's 2nd district, I do think would be extremely narrow. I do think that Tulsi Gabbard would come in 2nd. I think that she would beat Biden in the district of Maine's 2nd congressional district. But ultimately, I don't know. She will take a lot of votes from Biden, and then Trump did win it in 2016 and 2020, both by a likely margin. Yet Obama won it by 8.6% in 2012. So, it is kind of tough to call. But I think by tilt margin, it would be safer to give it to Donald Trump. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, state of Hawaii, I see her winning it by probably a lean margin, I would say. It is her home state. We have to remember that. And it's that simple. They really, really like her here. They've reelected her, 2 or 3 times now. She is extremely popular in this state. Biden only won it in the 2020 Democratic primary because the contest was over and people forgot that Tulsi Gabbard was still in the race. So this is my final map. Donald Trump wins 2nd term in office with 331 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 203. Tulsi Gabbard's 4th. Thank you for watching.